The worst couples ever. What's going on, guys? Shak-Clips here once again, and this shows some wild clips of the worst couples I can find. And like always, my favorite clip will be at the end, guys, so make sure to stay tuned all the way till then to find it. But in this first one, guys, it is definitely not good either. Basically, we have this woman over here. She ends up getting catfished by this guy who is from Stranger Things. Apparently, she thought he was real the entire time. She ends up getting a divorce with her husband, kicks him out, plays the victim because she actually thinks she's gonna end up with this dude. Meanwhile, she gets scammed for $10,000 and then she gets ghosted. She absolutely deserves everything that came to her, and I feel super bad for the husband. He shouldn't have had to go through this.
I told her this was the only way they could truly be together.
Because he gave me the ultimatum after we had been together for a little while. He gave me an ultimatum. He said, listen, he said, it's either your husband, he said, or it's me. And I said, look, there's no competition. I said, you treat me better. So I told my ex-husband, I said, listen, I said, it's not working out. I said, you're not letting me be me. You're not letting me be free. I said, I think you need to leave. So he left. Within 2 months, he was gone.
And this next, we have this woman over here. She definitely hit the wall, in my opinion. I guess she thought that getting a divorce would make her happier, fulfilling her life a little bit more. But in reality, she is still single and I guess depressed because she doesn't see any good people anymore. It's not sunshines and rainbows the moment you get divorced and think you can start meeting people instantly. She should just stay with her husband, in my opinion.
We got another one.
Today, I've been divorced for 3.5 years, and I went through 1.5 years of counseling after my marriage broke up.
Yep.
And I've dated on and off in that 3.5 years. I don't have any kids, so it was a clean break in my divorce. You know, when dating, what it's like to date out in the real world, and
That doesn't make
it is
sense.
so hard. It is so hard to find someone who is looking for someone of value, who's not wanting to sleep with someone right away, and who's not wanting to, you know, I just can't understand why it's hard out here for us good.
And this next one's clip is pretty controversial. Basically, we have this woman over here. She ends up recording this man that she's with. Apparently, he is super upset that her son isn't leaving the house. He's 29, he doesn't pay any bills, and she wants him to kick him out of the house. The house does not belong to him, by the way. It belongs to the woman. And he is saying she should kick him out of the house, her own son. And I'm not saying he's wrong. The guy should definitely be on his feet. He's 29 years old. But regardless, it's not his kid. If he has a problem with the woman and I guess the kid, he should leave. And he should find another woman that doesn't have this problem. That's just my opinion, because there's no way he's trying to control a kid that's not even his and expects him to pay money when he doesn't even own the house.
My son, that's my only son.
At some point, he got to go.
Never no time.
I mean, at some point, he
Never no time.
Man.
Never no time.
Well, tell him, Christian.
No, you tell me talking about you grown and you gotta go somewhere. I told him you only son, you ain't going no damn way. You go when you get ready.
Man, I just feel at some point you need to make your own way. That's what I be want to walk through the house naked sometime, and there you go. You know, so I mean, what? You know.
No, if anything, you can go, not him. How about that?
I want to pay all the fucking bills in here. You gonna tell me where I can go?
The thing is, like, why do I gotta, this is my mama's house, like, why do I gotta leave my mama house?
Period.
Man, you damn near 40 years old. Damn near it's time to go. I mean, at what point?
I'm 29 now. Damn near 40.
Boy, that's pretty 10
But you
years
know what?
away.
When I met you was living with your mama.
Man, please, I was in and out. Come on, man.
With your mama.
I was only 22 years old.
Now you gonna tell me because he 29.
I ain't getting up. I'm not getting up.
Man,
I'm
he
not
has
going
to
nowhere.
go.
I'm not going nowhere.
He has
Mama
to go.
house,
Well,
you ain't gotta go
You know what?
nowhere.
Damn it, I ain't gonna pay no bills either. Then, damn it. Now, how you feel about that? You don't want him to go? I won't pay the bills.
You
But
gonna continue to pay
he
the
got to
bills.
go, though, man.
And this next one's clip absolutely made my jaw drop. Basically, just because this guy believes in God and I guess a higher power, this woman is absolutely disgusted. How is that a turnoff? Excuse me? For believing in something? I didn't know that was a thing.
Believe in God.
I don't think he does either.
Don't believe in God?
No, I
Christian.
pers-
Good on you, man.
Sorry.
Oh, wow. You guys not together or?
No, I've just met him. I
Oh.
assumed he doesn't.
You guys going home?
I'm disgusted.
That's alright.
And this next one is absolutely pathetic. Basically, this guy ended up getting in a car accident because this ended up happening to him, and his girlfriend was doing this to him during his driving. He's so stupid. I'm sorry.
The female passenger was performing sex acts on the driver, causing him to lose control and hit this FedEx truck.
Yeah, State Farm probably not going to cover me on this one.
And this guy definitely has a very good friend. Apparently, this girl has to call his best friend saying, hey, you know where my boyfriend's at? And his boyfriend has to make up an excuse and basically lied to her that her boyfriend is with him.
Hey, this is Livy, Kyle's girlfriend.
What's up?
Kyle said he was with you, and I was just wondering if that was true.
Yeah, Kyle's always with me.
Oh, okay. Can I talk to him?
Yeah, here you go. What's up? My pussy. What's up? Hold on.
In this next one, I really cannot believe there are actually women like this, and there's books that are written like this. In my opinion, if it was the reverse and a man ever wrote a book like this, he'd probably be in prison.
Have you ever read the Scum Manifesto by Valerie Solanas?
No, what is that?
The Scum stands for Society for Cutting Up Men, and she wrote this book that is a manifesto about how men are completely useless to society and should be cut up into pieces, and I think you should read it.
Okay, do you agree?
I can't confirm or deny.
What do you mean by that?
And this next one is absolutely super sad. She didn't have to do my man like this.
Oh, no.
And this next woman is 100% correct. Basically, she is saying that men should never chase women and they should be pretty content with being alone. And I do 100% agree with that. Because those are the kind of men that anytime they see some BS or a woman doing some stupid stuff, they're gonna leave her instantly. Why? Because they have no problem being alone. But there are so many people nowadays stuck in really bad relationships because they just don't want to be alone again. And they'd much rather be with someone who still hurts them than trying to find someone else that's new.
When a man is secure and he's confident and he's good being by himself, I think a lot of people try to fill up the space because they don't like being alone. This type of guy don't struggle with being alone. So he don't need you. He wants you, but he don't need you. And because he doesn't need you, he ain't gonna chase you. Which, to be honest with you, I think is a strength, because you don't want a man that needs someone who just doesn't like being alone, so they'll take anybody just to fill in the space. That's not the kind of guy you actually want. You want a guy that's okay being alone, because if you're in his space or he wants you around, you know he genuinely wants you around. It's not just to have somebody there or to fill in the blank.
Now, correlated to the last clip, this is exactly what I mean. There are literally some people out there that would rather stay with the person who cheated on them and try working things out than them going back outside trying to find someone new. That is bad. You are so dependent on that person that you're scared to be independent. That's just a bad quality for a man, in my opinion. And you definitely need to have some space to figure out your life a little bit more.
A woman ever cheats on you, never take her back. A woman cheats on you and the first thing you think to do is to try to work out with her. You just prove to her that she can do it again. People need to suffer consequences. When people disrespect you, when people go and step out on you, you need to let them know that they won't have the same place in your life. Yes, she might beg and plead and say, I'm sorry, and we should work it out, and then people make mistakes, but I guarantee you, it might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but she's going to do it again. So if she cheats on you, that's it. It's over. Move on. She needs to move on. That's the end of things.
And this next one, I'm not sure why this girl just blatantly said this all online and the internet. She's obviously trying to shout out her OnlyFans by doing this. When she has a kid, or if she ever gets married, this clip will probably haunt her the rest of her life.
How many guys have you been with?
Probably well, I used to be a gay girl. I used to do gay parties and I would get like 50 dudes a night. So I've probably been like 500 dudes.
Huh? What? And this next one I really just wanted to add in this clip. Basically, if you guys don't know the woke mindset, they're trying to, I guess, infiltrate everything. I guess now they're infiltrating the gym because they're saying that, I guess, the gym equipment isn't woke enough. The only place I go to escape this reality of all BS, they're trying now to occupy. It's pretty stupid in my opinion.
Or lunatics trying to make weights woke. You heard that correctly. Alyssa Royce, the owner of Rocket Community Fitness, a CrossFit gym in, you guessed it, Seattle, is now urging CrossFit box owners to stop designating barbells as men and women's bars. 45 pounds equals a men's bar and 35 pounds a woman's bar, but apparently she says this is silly because barbells don't have genders, they have weights. One of her main arguments is that you are implying that if a man cannot handle the heavier barbell, that he is less of a man. Well, newsflash, Alyssa, this is a bad thing. I am 5'2", 102 pounds, and even I can handle the men's bar. Oh, but it gets even worse. The owner also says that by having men and women's bars, you are excluding non-binary folks. This has gotten so out of control. If you are offended by a bar being labeled according to the gender that they are typically used for, then please do me and everybody else a favor. Just stay home. Your mind is already unhealthy, so your body might as well be too.
Now, finally, for the worst clip on the list, guys, we have this woman over here. She ends up pulling this prank on her boyfriend, and to be honest, it went way too far, and she could have got hurt by this, I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, what the f with you? Yo, don't play with me like that, B. Come on, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga wearing my clothes, yo? Yo, dog. Camera. Yo.
Well, that does it for you guys. Much for watching, guys. In the next one, take care. Peace.